Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Arizona Cardinals. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. Leading the charge is the UCF product who hails from right there in the Orlando area in Altamont Springs, Blake Bortles.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just get
rush coming, and he's taken down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
On second down, here's Rosen. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 22. So first and 10 now from the 30. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll be brought down at the 43. Joey Bosa in on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On second down, Johnson. And room there to work it inside the 25. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
Rosen to throw on third down. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big completion there on 3rd and short. Keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me. I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
He's going to get it running right, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one after the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Point after, right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's David Johnson who provides the capper as he scores on the touchdown run. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The numbers a week ago for Melvin Gordon. 16 carries, 59 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The son Reddick in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. This complete to Henry over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Bortles going to throw. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So out now come the Cardinals. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And his first carry, he loses the football. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now a play fake. Bortles. He's going to launch this thing way down. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And now running right through it. And he is all the way up past the 25.
You've got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now they'll run it on the toss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And now it's Rosen looking. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Haynes. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards. first down carry here for Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bench in a big way.
He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. A big play there, Bortles to lead, and even 40 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Complete. It's Henry. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. Henry's got it out on the left side. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Bortles now on 1st down. That is caught at the 7. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
Point after here coming up. Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now let's look at David Johnson. I think he's still shaking his head a little. It was his fumble on the previous drive that led to the touchdown that has us tied.
And sometimes it's worse on a runner who drops it like that to watch the other team take the ball downfield and score than maybe if they just returned it right away. You know what I mean? Because sometimes what happens that fast, you're right back out on the field. Instead, he had to watch it happen. Let's see if it affects him going forward the rest of the game.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. First down now, but that clock rolling. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Offense.
On second down, Rosen. It's caught inside the 25. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw is Rosen. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Ricky Seals-Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals are in for 6. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
No problem there on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you at home as we take you around the NFL on this 25th day of December. We'll kick things off in the NFC West. 2 teams that were fighting for NFC championships a few years back. San Francisco visiting Seattle. And it's the Niners who have the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Jimmy Garoppolo. From there, we head east to Detroit to check on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Matthew Stafford, a touchdown pass in the victory. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. 14-7, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This fielded at the 2. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because that's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. On the give, this is their fullback. Oh, and they had it stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 22. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Kennedy. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. There, they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Again, it's Bortles. Throw left side complete. That's Gardner. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. That's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Getting set to go again, Blake Bortles marches back onto the field with his offense. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Going right side here, and that's complete. He's at the 30, the 20. Touchdown, L.A. 3rd touchdown pass of the game for Blake Bortles. And the Chargers are going to take the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead. And
now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Taking a shot. And got his man. Complete. And all the way down to the 39. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Rosen on first down. The throw right side going to be caught by Seals-Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Here's Rosen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, it's Bortles staying on his feet. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Bortles. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after him.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with the game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I want to know why I didn't get the football.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now it's Rosen. And his pass, incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Rosen will throw, and this is caught. He hits Landry, and they move this all the way down to the 9. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Rosen. That is caught at the 7-yard line. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They get it to him running left, and he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's David Johnson who provides the capper as he scores on the touchdown run. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here's Bortles to throw. This complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. To throw is Bortles. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gardner. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And they'll run it here. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for L.A. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Rosen to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And the spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left. Now it's Rosen. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Oh, a lot of contact right there. No call. Maybe got away with one.
What are you doing questioning the contact on that play? Let them play. And, you know, it was a late-game situation. And I think that probably played into it. The officials, they want to let the players determine it down the stretch.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now Rosen looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The intended receiver was David Johnson. That'll bring up 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Rosen. Over the middle, complete. It's Haynes. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This from long, very long range. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. First throw of overtime for Bortles. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes his legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
380.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon going left. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. And you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about you. Throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got some decisions to make now. In field goal range already. How do you play this out?
You check with your kicker to make sure the spot that he told you that he wants it is still the same as the game has gone on, because sometimes the kickers have to make adjustments. They may all of a sudden become more confident about their range and their spot. They may become less confident about it. Where do you want it, and what is the range that we need to get into for you to kick the one through the post for us to win it?
So this game possibly could end on the foot of the kicker here in overtime. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On third down, Johnson. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.